Did you know there's 3 areas you can live in Miami Shores? And you're unsure what they're like? Let's talk a little bit about each one. My name is Peter Giannakopoulos. I'm your go-to Miami Shores realtor. Now, the first part is East Shores, east of Biscayne Blvd. It goes from 104th Street down to 91st Street. And there's about 1,000 homes in this neighborhood. What it's like living here? Well, you're gonna have a deep sense of community being in this part of the neighborhood. You're also gonna have the best park in Miami Shores, Bayfront Park. It overlooks the bay, and you're gonna have views of the most magical sunrises. The third thing is, if you're a boat lover, well, you have to move in this neighborhood because 104th, 103rd, and 102nd Street all have canals. Here they have unobstructed to the bay with no bridges at all. Now, living in this area comes with a cost. The average price point is about $2.4 million, and it can go all the way up to $8 million if you live on North Bayshore Drive. Now, the second part of Miami Shores you should consider is the hub. It's Central Shores. And this goes from North Miami Ave all the way to Northeast 6th Ave. And it can go from 94th to 103rd Street. It's like a small little box in the center of Shores. Now, living in this area is all about walkability. You can get from your home to the downtown shops in a few seconds. The second thing is the accessibility to the schools. All of the schools, mostly in this area, all centered around the hub. The last thing is you're outside of the flood zone, so that means no flood insurance, which will save you thousands of dollars a year. Living in this area, the average homes are about $1.8 million, so slightly less than living east of Miami Shores. Now, the third area is the west side, which is North Miami Ave to Northwest 2nd Ave, from 91st all the way up to 107th Street. Now, although this area is not as much walkable to downtown, you can get there in a very quick drive because North Miami Ave does get a little busy, so walking it could be difficult. The second thing is affordability is much higher. Homes here are much lower price points. The third thing is you can access the highway super easy compared to the other areas in the neighborhood. As I mentioned, living here comes with a much lower cost. The homes average about $1.1 million. So you can get the perks of living in Miami Shores with a much lower price point. If you're planning on living in Miami Shores, think about the 3 areas I mentioned: East Side, Central Shores, and the West Side. If you're still curious about what it's like living in Miami Shores, I made a video about the 10 most Googled questions on this neighborhood. If you want to know more about Miami Shores, send me a text, subscribe, and hit that like button.